Open the auction clock. Every marketable United States Treasury security begins with a public auction. But the number people call the rate can mean a discount rate, a coupon, a yield, or a floating spread, depending on what is being sold. This field guide follows one security from announcement to issue, then separates the numbers that are easy to confuse. It uses no live trade, no promised return, and no recommendation. Any small dollar example is labeled hypothetical. Current terms and results should always be checked on official Treasury pages. Chapter 1. What Treasury is selling. Treasury currently describes 5 marketable security families: bills, notes, bonds, inflation-protected securities called TIPS, and floating-rate notes called FRNs. Marketable means the security can be transferred and may be sold before maturity. That feature is different from a savings bond. Bills are short-term. Regular terms run from 4 weeks through 52 weeks. A bill normally pays its return through the difference between its purchase price and the face value paid at maturity, rather than through semi-annual coupon payments. Notes have terms of 2, 3, 5, 7, or 10 years. Bonds have 20 or 30-year terms. Notes and bonds pay interest every 6 months. TIPS come in 5, 10, and 30-year terms. Their principal adjusts with inflation or deflation, and interest is calculated on that adjusted principal. FRNs mature in 2 years. Their interest rate resets using the latest 13-week bill auction rate plus a spread fixed when the FRN is first issued. Chapter 2. Announcement before auction. An auction starts with an announcement, not a price quote. Treasury publishes the security type, offering amount, auction date, issue date, maturity date, bidding deadlines, and legal terms. The announcement identifies the security with a CUSIP. For a reopening, Treasury sells more of an existing CUSIP instead of creating a brand new one. 3 dates matter. The auction date is when bids are evaluated. The issue date is when payment settles and the security is delivered. The maturity date is when the final principal is due. Mixing those dates can create false comparisons, especially when a security is reopened and accrued interest is part of the settlement amount. Chapter 3. 2 bidding lanes. Auction bids are competitive or non-competitive. A non-competitive bidder chooses a dollar amount and agrees to accept the auction result. TreasuryDirect accepts non-competitive bids only. The current official limit is $10 million per auction, with a minimum purchase of $100 and $100 increments. A competitive bidder specifies the rate, yield, or discount margin they are willing to accept. Competitive awards can be full, partial, or zero, and are limited by auction rules, including a maximum based on the offering amount. This is the institutional lane used through systems and intermediaries built for competitive tenders. Treasury first accepts valid non-competitive bids. It then accepts competitive bids from the lowest offered return upward until the offering is awarded. The stopping point becomes the high accepted rate, yield, or discount margin. That phrase sounds like the winner gets a special deal. The next chapter shows why that is not what happens. Chapter 4. The single price result. Treasury uses a single price auction for bills, notes, bonds, TIPS, and FRNs. All successful competitive bidders and all non-competitive bidders receive the same awarded price, based on the highest accepted competitive rate, yield, or discount margin. Imagine a simplified auction with 4 competitive bids, labeled A through D. The first 3 fit inside the amount Treasury is offering, the 4th does not. Bid C is the stop. A and B do not receive their lower requested yields. Successful bidders receive the common auction result based on C. This is hypothetical arithmetic, not an actual auction, quote, forecast, or guaranteed return. Auction result tables contain more than the headline number. They can show the amount accepted, price, high rate or yield, bid-to-cover ratio, and allocation percentages. Those fields answer different questions. Bid-to-cover, for example, compares total bids received with the amount accepted. It does not by itself predict future prices or prove that a security is attractive. Chapter 5. Rate, price, coupon, and yield. For a bill, Treasury may quote a high discount rate and an investment rate. Those measures use different conventions, so the percentages are not interchangeable. The price tells you what is paid per $100 of face value. For a new note or bond, the auction determines a yield. Treasury then sets a coupon rate in 1/8% increments using its official rules, and the price may be above, below, or equal to 100. Coupon is the stated interest rate applied to principal. Price is the settlement amount per 100 of face value. Yield connects the price with the scheduled cash flows under stated assumptions. After issue, market price can move. For an otherwise similar fixed-rate security, rising market yields generally push the resale price down, while falling yields generally push it up. Holding to maturity changes the relevance of interim price movement, but it does not erase inflation, reinvestment, opportunity cost, tax, or liquidity considerations. United States government backing of scheduled payments is not a promise that an early sale will avoid a loss. Chapter 6. Read current data without being fooled. Treasury's daily par yield curve is an official reference series built from indicative bid-side market quotations around the close, then interpolated across fixed maturities. It is not the same thing as the result from a specific auction, and it is not a transaction price offered to every viewer. To verify a claim, match like with like. Compare the same security family, maturity concept, date, and rate convention. A 13-week bills bank discount rate should not be silently compared with a 10-year par yield. An auction result should not be labeled a live market quote. A coupon should not be called a total return. For a clean source trail, begin with the auction announcement, then the official result, then the security type page that defines its cash flows. Use Treasury's daily rates page only when the question is about the official reference curve. Record the access date, because schedules, available terms, and reported rates can change. Chapter 7. The 6-line auction check. Before repeating any Treasury headline, ask 6 questions. 1. What security type is this? 2. Is the number a discount rate, coupon, yield, margin, or price? 3. Which date does it describe? 4. Is it an auction result or a secondary market reference? 5. What cash flows and maturity apply? 6. Does the claim link to the current official source? That checklist is more useful than memorizing a rate that will soon be stale. The durable idea is the process. Announcement, bids, stop, single price, issue, then a changing secondary market. This program is finance education, not financial advice. It contains no personalized recommendation, current quote, forecast, guarantee, live trade, or performance result. The visuals are original synthetic animation, and the narration uses the artificial AF heart voice. Verify current Treasury information at TreasuryDirect and the United States Treasury website. Sources and access dates are listed in the description. The clean ending audio you hear is procedurally generated and continues through the final frame.